You know, working with a partner, Mobilize.net, who's been working on the ability to update apps for a long time, they have a new product, WebMAP2. What they're allowing us to do is show that here for the first time today, and this isn't about sort of just connecting to Office 365. This is taking really old .NET applications and moving them forward. So, John, why don't we play a little bit with that?
Yeah, so kind of let's even roll back the clock maybe a little bit further. Anybody recognize this? This was
great UI, John. You're doing
pretty
some good
hot
work
technology
here.
At one point in time. This is VB6 in action.
Yeah.
And Mobilize was one of our partners that helped us build a pretty cool tool which enabled you to take that VB app and then transform the code. And here's that same code now running as a WinForm app in C#. And so this transformation's been out there for a while. What we're really excited to announce today is the new shell that Mobilize has created, the Mobilize.net Studio, and in here is this WebMAP2 transformation. And what I've done is I've loaded up that transformed VB6 C# project, and here is the various files that are in there. And a cool new feature that they've added is this notion of related files. So here's that particular form we were looking at, and notice it's done this pretty incredible thing. It's actually analyzed the code, it's identified the business logic, what's happening on the UX, and it's pulled those apart into an MVVM controller. And so we can actually see, if we go highlight changes, as a developer, you know, as this thing's touching your code, you really want to see what happened to it. But it's now moved it so that the C# code can run on the server, and we can actually project that UI now out as HTML5. And that's a pretty unbelievable transformation. In fact, let's see that in operation. Here is that same app now running up on Azure. Notice I can go look at the Manage Customers form. So think about that. We've now taken an app from VB6
There you go.
through WinForms. Now we're projecting it out into the cloud, running logic up on the server, and then projecting it on the client. And there's some really cool things you get to do once you can project this thing out as HTML5.
Yeah, let me take the final step. Let's take it onto the phone here. So now we're taking that old VB6 app and taking advantage of the CSS work and the rest of what's been done. We can now run this, not beautifully, but well, on this phone. So we've gone a long, long way from that application to this phone in basically a short amount of time. Didn't take much at all to do this.
It's pretty incredible to be able to use CSS and these transformations to create a touch-friendly version of that app with very, very little touch on the part of the developer.
And so that's an area where I want to transition over and just say, first, thanks to Tom Butt and the team for letting us show this for the first time today. And then there's a whole